I'm Annette Giles. I'm the Executive Director of the Faculty of Law at the University of Sydney, and I'm visiting here in Canada to talk about the JD program at Sydney University.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Giles. And can you tell us a little bit about the new Juris Doctor program at the University of Sydney?
Sure. The JD is a 3-year program. Sydney University has a really strong international focus on the JD. We believe that in every field of law, legal practitioners are increasingly faced with cross-border issues, and so we thought that the international focus of our program is really, really important.
That's great. Now, you had mentioned earlier to me one of the opportunities for students, and that was at actually Oxford University with their Bachelor of Civil Law program.
That's right.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So what happens is at the end of 2.5 years of study of the JD, you can essentially transfer over into the BCL if you meet their entry requirements. And then we credit back 6 months worth of, it's a year program there, but we'll credit back your study there for the final 6 months of your JD. So rather than doing 3 years of JD plus 1 year for the Bachelor of Civil Law, you can get the 2 degrees completed in 3.5 years. So it's a fantastic opportunity with a great degree like Sydney's JD program, and then follow it up with the BCL, which is probably one of the most prestigious postgraduate law programs in the world.
I would imagine that's popular. Now, in terms of, there's always interesting discussions about rankings, but I just wanted to ask you about that in terms of where the Sydney Law School basically ranks relative to your peers, and because we get that question from students quite often.
For sure. Sydney's the oldest law school in Australia, and it's also the top law school in Australia. We jostle quite often with Melbourne for the #1 spot, and Sydney's there at the moment. Our research publications are #1, and it's a fantastic law school for our school leavers. It's the place to be. It's the hardest law school to get into in the country, and our reputation is fantastic, and we have amazing alumni who have come through the program. So because our standard of students is #1. We've had 11 Rhodes Scholars in the last 9 years.
And you also mentioned previously that there's a fast track option.
Yes.
So for students who are looking and motivated, what options do you have for them to possibly finish faster than the 3 years?
Yeah, for sure. So students can study in our summer school or our winter school. In summer school we have 3 sessions, so you can actually study up to 3 subjects if you don't want to have any holiday time at all, and you can do 1 or 2 over winter as well. So depending on how much extra study you want to do, you could get that down to 2 years if you like.
That's got to be a nice option too,
Yeah.
especially if you're motivated.
Exactly. If you don't want to have any fun and you just want to study, you can do that.
Yeah. And why do you think that the Sydney Law School options, and particularly now with the new JD program, why it's so popular with Canadians and Americans?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think in terms of our program, I guess because Sydney does have that excellent reputation worldwide as well as within Australia as being #1, it's a fantastic place to come with an excellent academic record. Sydney has a fantastic student life as well, so it's a great place to come and study. And I think for Canadians and American students, we're quite similar to each other, and so it's a really fantastic spot to come and live and experience. And of course we've got fantastic weather, great beaches in Sydney, so it's just a really nice lifestyle as well.
Nice. Well, thank you for your time, Ms. Giles, and we look forward to continuing the discussion.